My name is Carson Arthur, and I've been given a really interesting proposition. I've been asked to take on this space belonging to ECU Homes and transform it into a multifunctional, multi-purpose backyard, one that meets the needs of 8 individual families, all of which live right here.
It wasn't used a lot because it wasn't very kid-friendly because there's a lot of families in the buildings.
Apparently, designing for just one family isn't challenging enough.
ECU Home is great. It's a corporation that caters to low-income rent. Everybody gets along. We've all been living here for about the same amount of time, and this is the worst the yard has ever been.
Weeds, dirt, holes. It looked like nothing.
Money's usually an issue for a lot of houses with rent geared to income, but the tenants do the best that they can.
The kids, they play on their bikes or they write with a little bit of chalk. The adults, we don't have much to do back here. We just watch the kids play. So we would like to be able, ideally, to be in the backyard and be able to enjoy ourselves at the same time.
I'm really impressed with how many apartments are actually in this building.
Thank you.
So you come into the backyard. What happened here?
There was a shed that was here before that we've relocated in the back to house the garbage.
Yeah.
And here was just neglected.
Let's leave the grass at that end, and I'll start the transformation basically at the point at which it's died.
Okay.
And we'll do all of this.
Sounds really good.
You've got a pathway that divides basically the property right in the middle.
In the wintertime, we shovel it so that we can get in and out of the apartment easily.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this deck.
It's a hazard. We've got this big deck in the way. There's no room to ride your bikes or have a good time. Right now, there's not much you can do in the yard.
But this is an access point for somebody.
Yeah, this is somebody's apartment.
But everybody shares the backyard?
Yeah, we all use it.
Keisha represents one group of an entire household. Now, different people are gonna have different needs for different areas within the same space. So here's what I think has to happen. We'll keep the sidewalk, but I'm gonna address the surface. I'm going to remove the deck. I will give you areas for kids, areas for adults, and to soften it all up, we're going to introduce a lot of plants.
Okay.
Easy, right?
If you say so.
Yeah, no, not really, but we'll make it look easy. That's what professionals do. Ready to see you in your backyard?
I am. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Let's start here. This is the wooden deck. It's gone and replaced with an elevated patio.
Oh, that sounds good.
Now this is the spot that I'm thinking will be more for adults than children.
All right.
So in the adult area, in these raised planters, be a fairly good concentration of plants.
Okay.
All right. One of the things I do want to work with are ferns.
These are beautiful.
And they're very easy to look after and very easy to grow, and they're children friendly. I also want to include roses, kind of like these ones here.
Right.
I'm going to keep on the low maintenance side.
Oh, good.
I'm also thinking about doing gardens here and here. So they give a little bit of intimacy to the backyard from the front yard.
Are these benches here?
They are benches. You'll notice that there's also 2 at each end.
Nice.
Now this is a little bit different. This is going to be a bocce pit,
Okay, I know outdoor bowling.
but it's on gravel instead of grass.
This is gravel.
The whole thing is gravel. Now I'm planning to replace that long stretch of grass in the backyard with a bocce pit. Bocce is a game that anybody can play, whether you're 3 or 83, and it's played on a crushed gravel surface, which means it's low maintenance. You can use it for other purposes as well, like riding your bicycle on it or putting down those kiddie pools. And the most important reason of all is even though bocce is traditionally an Italian game, it's truly multicultural, making it ideal for a house where 8 families live.
I really like what I'm seeing. I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up.
Good.
I think he did a fabulous job. He took all of our concerns, everyone in the building, and tried to address them all, and I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Now that we have Keisha's approval, we can go ahead and start cleaning out the backyard. And the first thing up is removing that old wooden deck.
So I'm thinking that we can remove all of this concrete and then we could do a raised patio in this section.
Okay. If we were to instead glue a soldier road, just a line of stones all the way down, then we could cover this whole area with interlock on one level.
So you're thinking that we're now going to do stone over the entire walkway on top of the concrete?
It saves us breaking up the concrete.
Yeah, and then you keep all the concrete out of the landfill, which I do like that idea a lot. All right, why don't we just get rid of the whole raised patio idea altogether?
What do you want to do about the step here?
Well, it's about 8 inches or so.
Probably.
Okay, so we're thinking that's 8 inches. Interlock's about 3 inches, so it's gonna be a 5-inch step out the door, and that's completely reasonable.
Okay.
So we wouldn't even need a stair there anymore, so we could drop that step altogether.
Sure.
What is important though is this is a raised planter planned for along there, and we need that because that's gonna break up all the stone.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, and then the bocce pit across the back.
Right.
Any other questions you have about this design?
No, that's good.
All right, I'll leave it to you.
Thank you.
For the plant selection at ECU Home, I want to use some landscaping staples, but at the same time, I want this space to still be unique. This is called a purple fountain beech, and it's named that way because it has great purple leaves, which deepens as the plant ages. Those weeping branches, like this guy right here, when they touch the soil, can root, forming new trees, which means this has some maintenance issues. But trust me, it's well worth any work you ever put into it. For my second interesting tree in this garden, I'm going with this flamingo box elder. Now don't be confused, this is not in fact an elder, and here's why. It has keys. This tree is a maple. It also has something else very special. This tree has pink stems, and you don't often see pink in landscaping unless it's a flower. Now there's one other tree I want to show you, right this way. The last plant that I want to show you is a threadleaf cypress. And I know it may look delicate, but this does best in hot and dry conditions. Basically, it needs full sun all the time. The bigger this plant gets, the bushier it becomes. It sort of reminds me of a 60s haircut, which is very groovy, baby.
This is a possibility.
It's a massive possibility. This thing's huge. I wanted you to sort of see the garden at this point, because this is halfway.
Carson, what is this?
The Green Forest team is revitalizing the backyard of ECU Homes. We've removed the weedy grass and the dilapidated wooden deck, and we're on our way to creating separate spaces for this multiple family home. Now I'm off to pick out the perfect stone for the entire space. Because this backyard that I'm doing is going to be a fairly extensive set of patios, and then I want to do raised planters around it, I want to mix it up a little bit.
All right, I'll show you one that we have. It's a very basic pattern, and it's going to create some open spaces. Once you have these spaces, you can put mosses, grass.
I really do like that. Although, what if you did this and you close the gaps?
Yeah.
It goes something like that.
Yeah,
So that's just a herringbone.
exactly.
Now, all the colors of this stone are here.
Yeah, we have quite a few colors. Okay. Typically, you're going to match with your home.
Because the house is a bit mishmash,
Okay,
I think I'm going to go with that one. Now, what color is that one right there?
that's mahogany.
So we'll go mahogany, herringbone pattern. Oh, that was easy.
Great.
Let's go right up a bill.
Okay.
With the stone delivered, the Green Forest team has begun laying in the patio. Now I need to find the right outdoor furniture that will complement this backyard.
I have sort of an awkward space, so I was thinking that the modular might be perfect because I can change it, right?
You can customize it as you need to, and we can even do custom pieces if necessary. I mean, if you have a smaller space, we can take this right out and sort of condense it to a small little L.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's nice and cozy.
Then I'm definitely going to go with the modular because this is a really odd space because it's very linear.
Okay.
This finish, though, is probably a little bit more modern than I was thinking.
We have stuff that is a little bit more organic. Let me show you the Coltrane sectional right over here.
Okay. You're thinking this one?
Well, this is a possibility.
It's a massive possibility. This thing's huge.
Well, this is a synthetic weave, all hand woven.
Okay, this is the direction I want to go. So if you could do something like that on a smaller scale, I think we're close.
Well, we have one more sectional called the Uptown.
All right.
I think it's going to be perfect for your application.
Okay, let's see that one. But I really do like this one. Oh, I think you're right. I think this is the one for me.
So a little bit smaller scale.
So this has 5 pieces like the first set?
Correct. And I've seen this set up 30 different ways, truly. I mean, it is a really versatile piece.
And then these colors, is this a standard color for the back cushions?
There's about 30 or 40 different options.
Then you know what? I think this is the set that I want. And I think because there's the 5 pieces, it lets me really customize it. So,
perfect.
Yeah, ideal. You just made my day a lot better. Today is a heavy stone day in the garden. We're gonna put in a lot of the interlock. We're gonna put down the rest of the gravel for the bocce pit. We're also gonna start building our planters. And while all of that's going on, Keisha's gonna come down to the site to inspect it. I wanted you to sort of see the garden at this point, because this is halfway.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of work being going on back here.
Well, yeah, we've ripped everything out. Like grass,
Like grass.
the deck.
The deck is gone. That's what I feel the most. It's a lot lighter.
Wow. I was really surprised that Keisha called the space lighter, but with those lighter colored elements, the whole space is starting to really open up. We started putting in some of the elements like this.
Carson, what is this?
This is one of the two arbors that I talked about, okay?
They're matching.
Yeah.
Great.
There are a few other changes that you might notice in the space.
I'm seeing the stone on the concrete.
Yes, what you're not going to see is the concrete itself. I mean, it's here, it's a good surface. Instead of taking it out and having it going into a landfill, we're gonna use this as our base. From here all the way back to the fence over there is all gonna be interlocked.
Speaking of stone, I'm a little nervous about the gravel.
This isn't just gravel. This is called HPB, or high performance base. So we're gonna pack this down so it won't be loose anymore.
All right.
And it has a lip on each side, so it has sort of a barrier in place.
And it's easy to maintain.
There's no maintenance.
Okay, sounds
All right?
good.
We talked earlier about doing a raised patio structure to replace the old deck,
Yeah.
but because we're going on top of the concrete, we don't have to do that anymore. So this will all be one level surface all the way across.
And it's a patio
Yeah.
for everyone.
For everyone.
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody having their own space and being together without being on top of each other.
That's gonna be a big plant bed full of trees and shrubs and flowers. I wanted to basically block the parking from the seating area.
I know it's going to be great.
We'll make this beautiful, I promise.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
For something like this, to completely finish would be about 6 hours.
Wow, you got a lot of work to do then.
Yes, we do.
Especially because we need to.
Oh, okay.
The Green Force team and I are at ECU Homes. We're transforming a neglected backyard into a functional space suitable for multiple families. So far, we've begun construction on a raised stone planter, the 2 wooden pergolas, and we've added a bocce pit for both the kids and the adults to enjoy.
Because this garden is fairly stone heavy, I want to introduce some planters, and I want them to be lightweight so that they can be moved around the space. Now I'm going to build something called hypertufa. Hypertufa basically means faux stone, and here's how you do it. You need a form. Now I'm going to go with rectangular planters, so I'm just going to use these bins, but you need to line them with plastic garbage bags. That way, once the mold's set, it comes out a lot easier. For the actual hypertufa itself, you need the following ingredients. You need Portland cement, peat moss, and either vermiculite or perlite. In this case, I'm going to use a combination of both. For the ingredients, you need equal parts of all 3. So 1 part Portland, 1 part peat moss, and 1 part of the perlite vermiculite combination. And you're going to put them in a large bin and add water. Now you don't want it too wet, and you don't want it too dry. You basically want something that you can mold. You're going to pour that mixture inside your actual forms, and you're going to shape out your planters, and then you're going to let it dry. And you need one more final important piece of equipment. You need rubber gloves, because the last thing you want is for this stuff to stick to your arms. Now I've made a few different sizes of planters. I've got the large and the small, and then I've made one deeper and one shallower. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the smaller planter inside the large one to help form that shape, which is what I'm looking for here. Then comes the hardest part of this project. You have to be patient, because it's really important to let this dry. And while you're being patient, you also have to clean up the mess.
While my custom planters are set to dry, I get a few pointers on handmade furniture.
Does it stay green like this though?
No, it doesn't. It actually turns black over time. This is what will happen. The thicker pieces will actually take longer to dry, but eventually the whole thing will turn black.
And then this is willow, right?
This is willow.
What about the curves and stuff? Is that gonna be a problem for bending?
No, not at all. If you pass me a piece there, I'll show you.
Like that?
Basically, willow is very flexible as long as you keep it wet.
Wow.
You can bend it to any shape you want.
Okay.
This will have an arm coming up from the floor all the way up and attaching to the back so that you have a nice continuous flow to it.
I like that. And then can we do a curved detail up top as well?
Absolutely. We can do a heart shape, give it that romantic look. We'll match it up here, and once it's all nailed in place, it'll become part of the chair.
Very cool.
You can actually weave the seats just to reinforce and give it a different look. When you have to end at a certain point, you just take your trusty snips and cut them and hide the piece underneath so that it's out of the way and doesn't stick anybody.
I really like this. Now, how long does it take to do something like this?
A chair like this, for this particular one, we're looking at about 6 hours.
And you've got 2 of these to build?
Yes.
I'm gonna get out of your way. You keep going.
Alrighty.
With construction well underway on the stone patio and the raised planter, I sneak away to find the perfect plants to complement my hypertufa project.
For the ECU home garden, I'm planning to build some custom planters, and I'm gonna use these as decoration around the space. Now, this is an example of a succulent. These are hens and chicks. Now, hens and chicks are ideal for hot, dry locations because they store water in their leaves. In fact, if you squeeze one of these, you can get moisture out of them. They're almost juicy, which makes them absolutely low maintenance.
The green has arrived and we're busy filling in this garden. And with my hypertufa planters completely dry, I can finish off this custom piece.
Now that the planter's actually dry, I can take it out of the mold, and this is probably one of the more challenging parts of the project. Basically, you're flipping it over and then you're gonna remove the plastic garbage bag, and if you've done this properly, it will all come out nice and easy. You can see what the plastic actually does to the concrete mixture. It gives it this great striation, which makes the stone look a little bit more natural. The other way that you know your hypertufa is finished is by the sound. Basically, you're listening for that nice hollow sound. That means that this is dry and ready for planting. And in this case, I'm gonna fill it with all those great succulents. Now that we've completed a lot of construction in the space, you can start to see the design elements as I've envisioned them. Starting right here. Now, I know there's a plant bed here, but visually your eye stops in this spot. Not just because this is where the interlock ends, but also because there's a focal point in this arbor at the end of the bocce pit. It also makes this feel a little bit more private. We took away that straight line from the concrete walkway. The concrete's still there, but by putting the interlock on top of it and going all the way to the building, we've widened this up. You no longer feel as congested. The interlock also leads you into this area over here. Now this is where I envision the table and chairs going. I also think that this is the perfect spot for that sectional seating right around the back corner. This is probably the most private area in the garden. Something else that creates the privacy here happens to be this big, beautiful planter. And as the plants actually fill out in it, you can no longer see the cars parked behind it. I've created my two areas. We've got the adult private dining area, and then we've got a great bocce pit for the kids. But we still have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of plant material to put in place. We're gonna bring in some more gravel for the bocce pit, and we have a lot of furniture to place, which makes for one very long day. Do you remember what this used to look like?
Oh my God! Carson, that's beautiful.
Green Force has done it again. We've taken an unused, neglected backyard and given it new life for the families at ECU Homes. We've completely removed the dying grass and planted a lush garden to the entrance. We've added a huge raised stone planter for privacy, 2 wooden pergolas for intimate seating, and a 3rd seating area that overlooks the gravel bocce pit. We've just a few final touches left, and this space will be ready for Keisha and the families of ECU Homes.
When it comes to choosing plants for the shade garden, I love using ferns. And when it comes to picking your favorite fern, mine happens to be the autumn fern. It's called that because of its new growth, which is this branch right here, which looks like it should be fall color. It's a little bit more texture than just your average green. I've chosen a lot of great plants for this garden, and this is probably one of the more interesting ones. This is called Echinops, and it produces really nice blue flowers in the fall. These are xerophytes, and xerophyte is drought tolerant, which means this plant needs less maintenance. All this garden needs now is a lot of people to use it. I'll go get Keisha. Remember what this used to look like?
Not at all. It's like ancient history. And now it's amazing. I'm overwhelmed right now.
And you had all the grass here, got rid of all of that, and now you have your low maintenance bocce pit.
And now it's a bocce pit.
Have you ever played bocce before?
No,
Then
no.
I promise to teach you and the kids how to do it.
Sounds good.
And now these start to make a little bit more sense as well.
Seating.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone will love this.
And as the plants fill in, they'll cover the whole arch.
Enclosing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have 2 of them, 1 at each end.
We don't have to fight over who gets the nook.
And remember, this was all that concrete before. All the interlock is nice and level, and we've buried the concrete underneath. This is your new barbecue.
Amazing.
And hopefully everybody will get lots of use on it.
Wow, I love to cook.
And that's where you should eat.
Oh my God! Carson, that's beautiful. I'm at a loss for words. That's beautiful.
And when you're sitting here and as those plants fill in, you won't even see the parking lot behind you anymore. Okay, so there's combinations of different flowers and different things are gonna happen at different times.
It's just gonna fade away.
Exactly.
Okay.
But this isn't the best seating spot.
No.
That one is.
I think this has to be my favorite.
And it's far away from where the kids play.
It's pretty far away, but not too far where we can't keep a good eye on them. Now we have the choice to either be all together in one spot or we can be off in different areas of the yard. It's gonna be great.
And you'll notice right over there,
In the corner.
there's one more seating area for you guys. And I thought that was nice in the corner because you can take advantage of the view of the whole garden.
Well, now it's a beautiful view.
Whenever I'm designing a space that has to meet the needs of large groups of people, I always want to include usable space, lots of privacy, and lots of great seating.
I could have never dreamed it up. Thank you, Carson.
You're welcome.
This experience has been totally amazing. I just want to thank Green Force, Carson, for this wonderful design, and I'm elated. I'm just so happy.
Let's go get the kids and show them how to play bocce.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go for it.
I think it's already boosted their spirits. It's just gorgeous, and the kids, as you can tell, are really enjoying it. When you see it just on paper and everything, and then when you actually see it transformed, it's wow.
Having fun? I think the community is going to really enjoy this. It's beautiful. You guys did a wonderful job.
I hate to admit it, but this backyard really was once a barren wasteland. But through the hard work of the Green Force team, we've transformed this into a multifunctional space that meets the needs of several different families. Now we've got an adult area, a spot for the kids, and it comes complete with a bocce pit. That's one for the books. My name is Carson Arthur. Thanks for watching.
I was amazed. I'm walking through the walkway and thinking, this isn't it. Yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? And the kids were playing the bocce balls and stuff like that. I thought it was wonderful.
The place was like transformed from depressing to awesome. It's like the best. Yeah, it's the best. Awesome. 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 I give it 2 thumbs up.